Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George. It's a little hard to believe.
Are you ready?
I don't know if I actually am ready. It doesn't feel like the last couple episodes led up to a finale. Does that make sense? I mean, I'm excited, and there's clearly some stuff that's going to happen, but it doesn't feel like we're at like the pinnacle. Like we haven't beaten. I mean, we kind of beat a last boss, kinda, with Elsa potentially being dead. And, like, there's all this other stuff that's happening that's exciting. And I'm not saying it's not interesting and exciting. It is. But it doesn't feel like it's like, this is it. We're about to see the end of something. And, like, yes, it's the end of the arc, and we broke the barrier and everything. I don't know. I just feel like I don't have that, like, feeling, right? Despite all those things that I mentioned.
Yeah, I think part of it is because there's so many different vectors of conflict. Yeah. And so even though we like take some out, like in a lot of the shows we watch, it's like the one thing, the one like Solo Leveling, like Juju Island. It's like that's it. That's the finale. That's what we've been working towards, right?
Yes.
Whereas this dude, freaking poor Subaru's like juggling a mountain of problems.
Seriously.
So
yeah, because
he resolved some.
Roswaal's fight.
And dude, Ram. I don't think she's dead.
She's absolutely likely not dead from a meta perspective. It's almost cheating.
She's out for the count.
Yes, she'll be like really hurt. But like from a meta perspective, it's like freaking easy money. You're like, obviously she's fine. Yeah. But she'll be fricked up pretty bad. And maybe, maybe she has a lasting injury. Maybe she's out for like months. Whatever it is, she's got to get rehabilitated. Whatever it is, but she'll obviously be fine from a marketing perspective. She's like a fan favorite character. She'll be still there. That being said, there's that fight.
So Roswaal.
Right. There's the barrier being broken. That's huge, and like the aftermath of that. There's the fight with, I'm gonna cut your belly open with
Elsa.
Play with your organs, Elsa.
Yes.
And then that's kind of, those are the three major things that are happening, right? There's something else?
Yeah. And honestly, like now that we list them out like that, like things have been coming to a head. Yeah. It's just there's so much, right? There's so much for
there's not like
Subaru
one central. I think that's what it is. I think you kind of spell it out perfectly. Is when there's usually like a finale or a climactic finish coming, it's usually just one specific thing that we're like, this, I'm ready to see the end of this thing. But right now it's just like, well, there's a lot of things. And it does kind of feel like we did get the resolution of a lot of those things already. Elsa's likely dead. Roswaal's book taken. Frickin' barrier broken. Like, we did get the conclusion to all of those things. So maybe that's another reason why I feel like we're not kind of building towards a conclusion right now. We've kind of gotten many
a lot of those things.
Pseudo conclusions. Yeah, we just need to see the aftermath of all of those things, right? That's exactly what it is. We've seen the conclusions already. We just are waiting for the aftermath. But there's 2 more episodes, so obviously something else is coming.
Oh boy.
Right? It must be.
Please, dude. I just don't want Subaru to catch another L, man. He's caught enough. He needs... I just hope that things go well. And, dude...
Surely.
Do you think we're going to end the season in a cliffhanger?
No doubt. This is ReZero, bro. No doubt. It's going to be a brutal one. It's going to be insane or something. But the freaking catch is here for us is this is like the good timeline. So we're going to get some W's out of this, right? There's going to be some level of Wing, if you can say that. So I'm not
we won't have to wait super long for season 3.
Season 3 is potentially coming soon.
We don't know at the time of recording what the outcome is of the poll voting. I saw some comments that are like, wait, you guys aren't going to watch season 3 if it doesn't win or whatever? No, we will. We just have like, right now we're doing a job list, right? So we can't just like stop that. But then after that, we'd do season 3 if for some reason it didn't win. Which again brings me back to the point that I'm trying to make, which is we don't have to wait that much. Right. We don't have to wait years or however long people
We'll just have to wait so at the end of season 3 with their ridiculous cliffhanger.
Yeah, but honestly, well, I guess you had to wait after season 1, but I haven't had to wait for an end season cliffhanger that much, so thank goodness.
Normies have all the
pays,
luck.
pays to be a normie. That's right.
Yeah, not watching or hearing about anime till 5 seasons are out. Oh, okay, very good.
The way to
All
do
right,
it.
well,
Way to do
any
it.
predictions for the finale, George?
Aside from there absolutely being a cliffhanger, nothing. I have no idea. No
Okay.
idea. I feel like Echidna has something up her sleeve. Just the fact that
I feel like there's going to be like
worked
a
so hard.
reveal of like I was the
maybe,
mastermind of X, Y, or Z all along. Is everything has gone according to my plan, right? Like just something out of left field that'll be like, what? Right?
Yeah, because like right now, it still doesn't make any sense to me as to why she wanted the barrier up so much, and then also left such a
Helpful
way,
to
convenient.
break it.
I don't know, like add whatever thing, to break it, and it's like it's better for the person who ends up going through the trial anyways, because they come out a better person on the other end.
That's
like,
what I'm
the
saying.
heck?
It's so freaking weird, bro. Like it's so bizarre.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Okay.
there's potential consequences for breaking this barrier.
Yes.
That we're not gonna like realize until just now. Out
of the pan and onto the fire kind of deal.
Yes, out of the pan into the fire, right, exactly. And we talked last time about what's-his-face being literally physically pushed into the ground with the barrier and then popping out of the ground. Melancholy, yeah.
Imagine,
I'm ready, dude. I'm ready.
Oh,
he just pops out of the ground like a flower, and he's just like, oh, man, I've been in the ground for so long. I'm so glad I'm out. He's like an overpowered, what's the Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, man? He's just a freaking crazy Eeyore. I think my prediction is Ram's actually going to be more or less totally fine. Like, she'll be fricked up for like a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just, honestly, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Genuinely. Like, I just can't see it. Like, they've never really had lasting injuries. They have like lasting effects on people. Like specifically gluttony. In fact, that's probably one of the only ones, if the only one. So like no one's sustained an injury before and it's like debilitated them, right? So other than like maybe Subaru and his gate, and now we had his gate damaged and then broke recently, whatever that freaking means. So right, there could be some things happen here that show something going on with the gate.
What happens because of that? Yeah.
So I feel like injuries aren't going to be like a big thing, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I feel like at some point Subaru's going to have to make a choice between like it's right. Like it is kind of as Roswaal says, it's kind of greedy. Like Subaru, and obviously I agree with his choices, but he has been greedy. He's been wanting it all, like everybody's safe all the time. But I feel like at a certain point, there's going to be a decision to make, and he's going to be at a crossroads. Do I start over or do I lock down what I have right now? And the right answer might be, I don't know. Who knows, right? Hindsight will be whatever it is, but maybe he makes the wrong choice and he like locks down when he should have started over, or maybe he starts over. Who knows? But
do you think when faced with the situation, like let's say it's like, okay, I could start over or we lose Ram forever. Do you really think that he wouldn't start over? Like I understand like we're kind of the story's trying to like move him to that mindset of like you can't just reset on a whim. But like I feel like that's not a whim. Like that's like a full person. It's like, bro, I can take some momentary pain as I die just to bring a person back to life, right? Like I understand
his power is incredibly OP because of that, like being able to reset the entire timeline. So it's hard for me to fathom a scenario in which restarting isn't worth it.
Right.
But I feel like he's gonna have to make that choice at some point. Just as far as like, now I'm speaking like from an escalating stakes perspective. Like,
I guess
right now, like the stakes exist because it's all toll on Subaru. But like stakes for anybody else, they're not really there. Just like you said, like debilitating injuries, they don't necessarily exist.
But But if characters are dying and Subaru is choosing not to reset because I mean, I'm going to say this and it sounds so callous to say it, because he values his life, right? It's just like, isn't the fan base going to turn on Subaru because of that?
I think that's why. There's two things, and it's like, it's not necessarily plot convenience. It's just more so like the way the story is. But I feel like that's why the consequences haven't been necessarily death. And there's also an updating checkpoint where at a certain point, the choice is out of Subaru's hands. But
like that I can understand.
With Rem, the consequence wasn't death. And he also couldn't set back. But like, what if there's a consequence where it's not necessarily so final like death, but there is a point in which Subaru's like, I go back and bring back Rem, right? Like, let's say he could, or do I keep going because I know I'll be able to bring her back in the future? But by choosing to keep going, it kind of locks in this timeline, and it ends up being the wrong choice because now whatever he thought he could do in the future suddenly gets out of his hands, right? Like the gluttony witch factor, which could have undone Rem, gets unexistent by Pandora or whatever. She's like, gluttony witch factor no longer exists, and then it's gone, and so like he's now locked out of that potential timeline forever. That's kind of the thing that I'm trying to get at.
I see.
And I feel like there's going to come a point where he should have reset, but he won't, and it's going to end up being like the wrong choice, or vice versa. He does, and something happens in this new timeline, and he's like, bro, I should have locked down that one timeline, right? Something like that. And I don't necessarily think it's going to have to be like a death, but it will be extremely consequential. Yeah.
Sure. Something that's like not so extreme like a death. Like a death to me is obvious. It's like you reset. You can't overcome the death, right? So you obviously reset. But I think you're right. To make it more interesting, it could be something that's not quite a death, but still quite extreme. That's like, okay, we could overcome this in the future.
Yeah, and there are fates worse than death. Like, a specific example, I can't come up with one right now for this story, but, you know, for many other stories, there's like times where it's like, bro, if you had died, maybe that would have been better, right?
Maybe it would have been better, Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with this power going forward. I had a similar ponderance, I think, in season 1, which is like, how are they going to keep this interesting? And I feel like they've laid a good groundwork. I just don't personally see the vision, but I trust enough that it'll probably continue to be interesting with how they're going to portray it. And
I think so too.
The situations that he's going to find himself in that are difficult, despite the fact that he's got this power. So, all right,
okay,
George.
Well, with that aside, let's do it. Let's start the finale.
All right.
Please be. Oh,
they're still here. They're in a giant ice thing somehow. What?
Yeah. Oh, bro, you think Roswaal activated the crystal?
Yeah, who made it?
Oh,
that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? So this must be the aftermath of the Roswaal fight.
Yes.
Let's go! The humans and the frickin' half people are all frickin' siding with her. This is great.
Yeah. What a change of attitudes from when we started, right?
Yeah.
Being scared and frightened of her. Starting to snow. Uh-oh. No. Wasn't Puck did it?
Oh, frick.
Oh, dude.
She's not.
I don't know. There's no way she's dead.
Oh!
Huh. So is Puck gonna undo his spell?
Never be like that devil. Greed?
Maybe.
Oh, jeez. That's crazy.
He'd completely surrendered his free will, man.
Now you get to decide, Roswaal. You gotta frickin' save this girl.
Okay.
Whew. No.
Bro, think for yourself, dude.
Yeah, you gotta do it yourself, man. Oh.
All right.
Bro.
How much do you think this was? Like, I'm trying to gauge basically whether Echidna had some like undue influence on Roswaal, or if this is like baby steps into hell kind of deal, right? Like at every turn he just made the wrong choice and surrendered more and more of his free will to the book.
Yeah.
Or
100%. I don't think she had any magical extraordinary
you think this was
influence.
all him?
It was 100%. He was in love, and it became an obsessive thing. And there's the morning of her death, the love, and the step-by-step of becoming reliant on this book that just, Dang. It was one bad step at a time. Yeah. Yeah.
That's sad.
And it's amazing that he is so powerful and seemed, now we know is not quite the case, but seems so wise and intelligent and clever. And yet, he's sitting here at his lowest point saying he doesn't know what to do. It's just like, this takes away. It's amazing. This specific device of him having a book that tells the future and that is essentially the wisdom of greed. It's amazing that they could take a character like Roswaal and just like flip him in an instant from this incredibly wise and clever character to this like pathetic
total fool.
Yeah. He really is the freaking clown in the freaking makeup right now. Like,
yeah,
right?
True.
What a clown now. He's just a jester now, right? It's crazy. He's played himself.
Very good point.
What is this?
Yeah. This is from the crystal.
Ah, this is what's making the snowfall.
Oh.
Okay.
Up on your mother.
Please stop me. Did she get an order to do something she doesn't want to do?
She's shaking, dude. What's Echidna? What was that voice?
Yeah, right?
Sanctuary's role will be completed.
What?
Bro, I want to know what this role is.
Yeah.
This is what is going on right now,
I don't
dude?
know. Okay, they're breaking the crystal then.
Oh. It's gone. So does the snow stop now?
So she's just gone?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what this was all about, dude.
Man, it's still snowing like crazy.
Boy.
How do they stop this?
Yeah, and that means the rabbits are on their way, dude.
Yeah, seriously, they'll be here like any time. No kidding. Oh, dude, he's fricked.
He is out of it, man.
Bro, you gotta get her out of the snow. Like, what are you doing?
You can't bring her back.
Incapacitated. Oh, she's waking up. Oh, he's given up.
Dude.
Come on.
Yeah, bro, if you truly feel sorry, like, yeah, like, make it right.
Oh.
Bro, dude. This guy is out. Wow.
Oh,
let's go. Oh,
they're here.
No, they're already here, dude. What's gonna happen to the people?
What's gonna happen now? No way.
Dude, I can't believe they're here.
No way. Oh, they really are following her.
Yeah, they
That's
are following her.
crazy.
What the heck?
Oh,
Is she
the
because of the-
mansion. Dude, Greed is so mean.
Yeah.
You know what? They don't show her freaking face. In all of the freaking things in the past,
Flashback.
they never showed her freaking face. And then Emilia said, "What the frick? Who's this?" And then in the freaking cut content we read, they said it wasn't freaking her. She looked different. That's why they're not showing the freaking face, because this is like someone else. So is this the real her, or is this a body that she's made a la like Ryuzu to inhabit? And we've seen the real Greed in the memory frickin' castle Windows frickin' XP background place. Right?
Yeah.
Who's
Something
the real
like
one?
that.
Like, it's got to be that spirit version of her that's apart from a body has to be the real her. And then this is like, you know, whoever else the frick she was inhabiting. Right? Surely.
The authority granted to me.
Granted to me.
And it's a replica of the Tome of Wisdom.
So, was the Tome of Wisdom granted to her? That's what she's saying? The Tome of Wisdom, the authority granted to me. Like, she was granted the totem at some point, the real one? Or is it, this is a replica of the Totem of Wisdom, the authority granted to me, as in like the Greed's authority?
Greed's authority.
That has the ability to make the Tome of Wisdom or write it or something?
Yes, something like that. Yeah. Like, I feel like, yes, I could be wrong, obviously, but I feel like that's the most likely. Echidna has something within her that then allows her to like replicate that over to these books.
It's a Tome of Wisdom. Did we ever hear this name before?
Yes. Yeah. They described it like that a few times.
It's a Tome of Wisdom, not a Tome of Future Sight. So we've speculated, is it true Future Sight, or is it like her accumulated knowledge making good predictions? I feel like it's probably closer to that. With the Tome of Wisdom name.
Dude, she lies so easily.
I don't know if it's
people she seemingly cares about.
Yeah, like, is it a lie, though? Or is she just, like, banking on the fact that someone could come in the future? It's reasonable to expect that someone could come in the future that would be the type of person that could inherit all of her knowledge. And she's just interested to see who Betty is going to pick. Not necessarily that someone won't, but, like,
I see.
Someone could, at some point, be someone that Betty determines would be good enough to inherit all that knowledge. So she's just interested to see who's Betty going to pick. It's kind of a torturous thing because it could be 10 years or it could be 1,000, right? So it's like, oh, frick, right?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, like, given enough time,
someone who's worthy of inheriting
the chances
it.
that there's one person like increases dramatically, right? So
so is it malicious?
Could be something like that.
Maybe not as malicious as we anticipated, but like, is it malicious indifference? What is that? Fricking unintended negligent manslaughter, something. Manslaughter is like the fricking unintended killing of someone else, right?
Yeah,
so it's basically that, but the indifference to like condemning someone to this kind of fate kind of thing, if you had to catch my drift.
I do. I could see that. But like, why, if there is that, why also include like the rest of it, right? Like, she's tied to this library. Now, the motivation obviously clearly could be, well, I want this place guarded at all times.
Sure.
But
I think she genuinely wants the knowledge maintained, right? For when she maybe returns potentially at some point. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, dude. With Echidna, you never know what her motivations are.
You never know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like what?
I know.
Oh, look
frick.
at him, dude.
Replicating a
What?
soul. Oh, saving it in a vessel. Hold on. There's so much commentary happening here. What he said after was in the books. Saving it in a vessel. We rarely spoke to each other at all. So he transferred his soul to a new body that didn't have this mana problem that the current body has, I bet.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
That's he's
what I'm
a clone,
thinking.
dude. How many clones exist, dude?
Yeah, this whole thing is a freaking clone factory.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Do you think that this is a descendant, or if it's
a clone, but it's like an imperfect, it's like how do I even describe it? It's like a I don't know, it's a clone, and it is the same Roswaal, but there's like some memory nonsense that happens, and
you think it's an imperfect memory that gets transferred over?
Not even necessarily imperfect memory. It's something somewhat akin to, and like very mild Attack on Titan spoilers here, but at this point, like, this is what it is, I guess. Kind of like the
memory transference
stuff.
Okay.
Yes, yeah,
sure,
something like that.
Sure. I wonder if the clone spawns, like, he's young here. He's younger than he was. Like, he has a younger voice. I wonder if the clone,
and he says,
spawns
he says, I heard about you.
Yeah,
from my predecessor, not I learned from my.
That's a freaking lie. I wonder if the clone spawns at this like age, or if it like has accelerated growth and got to this age and just keeps growing at an accelerated rate, or if the clone aging like stops at like slows to normal at a certain point, or if it's like generated at this age and then grows from here. Yeah, that's probably the most likely, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because like clearly he still grows. Because he's older than he is here. Like here, he's probably
like
late teens.
He's speaking
early 20s.
Yeah, speaking strictly from like practical standpoint. Like he can't come in as a baby because then no one would be able to. He can't take care of himself, so he spawns in. Yeah, like let's say this is like 16, 17.
Right.
He spawns in here. The memory transfer happens, and then he grows up from this point forward.
Then he does it again and again and again, and he like makes his body better. That's why he's such a good freaking mage. That's why he's probably got all this like enhanced mana body capacity.
Perfect himself. Oh.
That's right. Oh, dude.
What?
I don't buy it. No way. I don't believe it.
Look at all the different ones, dude. I don't know, man. This isn't descendants. This is clones. Wow. Half devil girl.
Jeez.
Freaking Subaru, dude. Oh. Settle the score.
Yeah, hold on. I want to read this one more time. He departed for the sanctuary, saying he was
off to see the Witch
of Greed. I realized he intended to settle the score.
I don't know. I don't know exactly what that means.
It's so freaking weird to me that he would say, I'm going to see the Witch of Greed. This chick is freaking Betty. Yeah, like Betty's broken up about the fact she can't see her freaking mom and she doesn't know what to freaking do. And then he's just like, oh, you know, I'm just going to go see the Witch of Greed now. Like, as if she's not dead and Betty's like beside herself that she doesn't have any guidance or anything. Like, why can't she go see the Witch of Greed and be like, hey, why does my book not say anything? Where have you been for 400 years?
I don't know.
But like, this is like a known thing that he can just go see her then? I don't know, it seems so strange to me. What the frick? And who knows what this score settling is about? This This is about
Yeah.
frickin' melancholy, isn't it? Maybe?
Maybe. I did have that thought. I just didn't want to say anything because, like, dude, who knows? Maybe settle the score against Witch of Envy, right? Maybe something else. Who knows?
Maybe they're upset at frickin' Greed and they're gonna settle the score with Greed, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, maybe
right?
that. Like, he seems to be very infatuated, so yeah, but still.
She just wanted anyone at this point.
Yeah. Poor Betty, dude.
Just sits there for 400 years. And then this.
Dude, and the mansion is burning, bro.
No!
Oh my gosh, no! Oh!
Oh, he jumped in. Let's go. That's right, you're not.
Yeah.
Yep.
She doesn't want to admit it, but she knows it's true.
Yep. He's not, but that's the point. That's right. Because he and Emilia want to break them both, Roswaal and her, from the freaking clutches of
Witch's
greed.
spell, almost
yes,
literally.
Like, or I guess it was Ram. It was Ram and Subaru. Ram with the book and Subaru with the not playing into that person narrative. It's freaking great.
She was so ready, dude, to
I
accept
know.
anybody.
It would only hurt her more.
Oh man, it's coming in.
No way.
So let it go. Let it go right now. Uh-oh.
Oh no, Betty.
What's she gonna do to him?
Don't say it. That's right.
Okay. Bang.
That's right. That's right. Be your own person. You don't need this anymore. Get rid of
Dude,
the
it's
book.
been blank for so long.
Yeah,
Yeah, get rid of the book.
Need to drop their frickin' books. She's moving. No, she's. Oh.
It's falling apart because the mansion's burning?
No, I think she's doing it. Oh no.
No way.
No.
No way. Oh. Come on. Jeez.
She'll be gone?
That's what she said? No way.
Bro,
so she's gonna be in this, like,
limbo.
netherworld limbo thing, yeah. Oh, bro. It's gotta be so hard to breathe in there.
There's one more.
The basement. Or whatever this place is.
What is that? Why is
I
there an
think it's just a
explosion?
mansion falling apart. Oh.
Fire inside?
Dude, did Otto and them make it out? Otto and Petra?
I don't know. They came down here. I'm so freaking confused. Why is there fire in here? Is she burning the library?
I don't know. Oh, frick.
Oh!
He's banking on her being on the other side and letting him in.
Bro, it's freaking hot. Oh, jeez.
Oh, bro, his, like, faith in that.
She
Is
saved
he
him?
stuck now? In limbo as well?
She saved. She's
Oh, this is
burning
burning
it.
too.
She saved him. Huh. Oh.
Wow, dude. She was waiting for someone to come save her, and now he's making it so she has to save
True.
him.
And now he's putting her in a position where she absolutely wants to help.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's just crazy. Wow. Jeez, what a great reply, Subaru.
Oh.
He can at least be here tomorrow. Come on, Betty.
That's the point, Betty.
Yeah. I like how, like, realistic he's being about this.
Oh, dude, it's so sad.
Come on, Betty. Live forever. Wow.
Oh,
Come on, now's the time to do it. Come on, Betty.
come on, Bea. Oh,
Let's do it.
Wow.
Let's do it. Come on.
how do they get out of there?
Don't worry. There it is. There it is.
Oh, she hit him.
She
Why did
just
she hit
slaps
him?
him, dude.
Oh.
Dang, dude.
Oh. I never noticed that.
Oh, jeez.
frick,
This thing's
dude.
still ongoing. Oh, no.
Oh,
Dude, her dress is freezing, man.
she's freezing.
Oh, man. Let's freaking go,
Oh.
Emilia. Oh,
No way.
let's go.
They came
They're
all the
gonna
way
help
here.
her.
I thought they were gonna land with the freaking other people at the mansion.
Yeah, what? What is he gonna do?
Invisible
Another
Providence?
shamak? Oh, maybe that?
Oh.
Choose
Ah.
me. Dang, bro.
Amazing.
Let's go.
Bravo. Bravo. That was
Wow,
beautiful.
Okay.
Oh,
He did it
man.
right, dude. I don't know how Subaru became so freaking wise to be able to see through like the it's not even like deception of the witch, but like I don't know. He broke through whatever you call that, like the right way.
Yeah.
He left it to Betty to make the choice.
Yes.
At the end
It's
of the day.
amazing because even, I mean, I'll say but I would assume we, at some point, when the very first instance that he had the opportunity to say, I'm that person, we were both like, do it!
Say
of
it.
course!
Do it right now. Say it. Yeah.
Of course, do
yeah.
it.
And he had like the foresight and the temperament and the wisdom to just hold back and say, no, like, I'm not going to go and have her be a slave to somebody else.
Yes.
From Echidna to me, right? Like, she's just like, we're just switching ownership.
That's
in a
right.
sense. He's
Because
like, no, it's
it,
not,
not
the way
even.
to do it.
It's not even that, because the ownership still would have been on Echidna, because it's according to Echidna's will that it happened.
Yeah.
So
sure. Yeah.
even after Subaru's gone, it'd be like, listen, she played into Echidna by having him be the person.
Yeah.
That means it's still all according to that. He needed her to break away from that so that she could then, after he's gone, be forging her own path forward from then on.
Yep.
It had to be this way. It couldn't be any other way for Betty. Dude, it wasn't.
Great.
It wasn't.
Well done.
It didn't hit me until like she went so long denying it, so freaking long, like longer than I would have thought. She just kept denying. I was like, oh man, this is going so long. But it just like really sold her just fear, and just like fear's not strong enough. Her just like total dismay and dread of having to let go of this, like,
After
because it was
she's
just like,
gotten it.
yeah, because like everyone, like she said, everyone leaves, but eventually the thing that she's holding on to, the very thing that's keeping her going, is like, eventually there'll be that person. Like, everyone will die, but someday there'll be that person. And he's just like, you gotta let it go, and you've got to accept that everyone will leave, but you have to accept that. You have to move on from that, right? Like, people, spirits like Puck have gotten over that point, right? She needed to be a spirit that could live forever. She needed to get over that. And that was what this whole thing was about. It's just like, there's so many vectors, because it's about moving on and accepting that people will die, and moving away from greed's influence for her and Roswaal. It's just like, wow.
Yeah. And also, don't squander like the todays. Right?
Yes.
Like, yes, it will end. And he's like, I will die. Like, but you get tomorrow. So like, fearing that I will eventually die not only robs you of the tomorrow, like, you're going to be robbed of the tomorrow anyways. Like, you're letting yourself be robbed of today. Sorry, not tomorrow. The future. You're letting yourself be robbed of like the today and the tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Like, it's just,
which is forever, which is your forever at this point, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's because in part she's clinging to that someday, that person someday, which will never come.
Yeah. Will never come. And like, she, much like Roswaal in a different sense, completely surrendered her free will.
Yeah.
And it's because there was this, like, people always talk like, if you could know the future, would you know it? Right? And like, people talk about that. It's like one of those like rhetorical questions.
Sure.
And like, I don't know, like, the answer in this thing for these two characters, at least, was like, no, that kind of crippled them. Yes. Knowing what the future was, that it, like, they surrendered any sort of like thought of their own and all this stuff. And it's just, it became instead of being a liberating thing, which most people would think is like, do you want to know how you die? Do you want to know X, Y, Z?
Right.
They became so wrapped up in like
shackling. Yeah.
And like fear and doubt and uncertainty. And it's just like, crazy. Bro, what the heck?
It's crazy to turn something that seems so like freeing and enabling, that allows you to do anything. The future, knowing the future gives you the opportunity to do anything you want. And they turned it around to be the exact opposite. You can't do anything by yourself. You're crippled because you're tied to this permanently. And I don't even think that you could even like swing it to say like, well, Subaru did end up being that person. I don't even think that's true, because part of the whole tie of that person was it was also someone who would inherit the knowledge of the library. And I think the library had to burn to make this complete, because if the library didn't burn, you could make an argument that he did end up being that person, but the library had to burn. And I just think it's like,
it's both parts of it. He didn't fall into the trap of saying I'm that person.
And the library had to burn.
That's a great point. Yes. Oh, beautifully done, man.
It's crazy.
Beautifully done.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, crying Bea almost broke me, dude. I was like,
my gosh.
Bea broke. She's so sad. I teared up a little, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So sad. What a
great episode.
Probably, I think from all of the narratives coming together, that's probably my favorite one in the season so far.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was
nice.
Great. That was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it came together in the perfect way. Like, it couldn't have been more perfect. And then they arrive at the freaking sanctuary. Did not
and like a cool freaking like beam from heaven, like kind of thing.
Yeah,
that
like
was awesome.
What? All right, that's sick. And then they're holding hands. Oh, it's so cute. Dude, Betty's gonna freck these freaking rabbits. Let's hope, man.
Dude. Like, they all have to die simultaneously. Is she strong enough to do that? Potentially.
Betty,
but
Shamak, Roswaal, maybe, and Emilia, right? Potentially.
I feel like Roswaal might still be in his funk.
Yeah, he's kind of out of it. Yeah. Ram didn't freaking die.
Ram's not dead. She's like on the brink.
She's
but yes,
fricked though. But
die.
yeah. You know, he's acting. You know, he's putting on a front too. Actually, he's putting on a front
Roswaal?
just like Bea is or was. Yeah, because what did he do? He said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. But what is he doing? He's freaking keeping Ram alive.
Yeah.
It does freaking matter, and he's freaking lying to himself. He's broken and he's hurting, but he has not given up because he's healing her.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to lose her. If it didn't matter, she would be dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you said it perfectly. They've subverted or they've like flipped on its head the trope of like what knowing the future does to you. They've turned it's so well done. It's so well done. Cause yeah, like you're right. It should be liberating. There's this character in the First Law universe, and I talk about this book series a lot.
Oh boy, here we go.
There's this guy that was told by a witch how he's going to die. And he has this like sword that once you draw it, you can't resheath it until you kill somebody. So like he avoids drawing it. He like loves fighting and loves killing people, obviously, but he like avoids drawing it just simply because he's like, I don't want to go through the bother of like killing this person, so I don't want to draw it right now. That's like his whole dynamic. But because he knows how he's supposed to die now, well, actually, I won't spoil it. But anyways, because he knows how he's supposed to die, he like dives head first into the fray, completely fearless, because he's like, the witch told me how I'm gonna die, so I'm like not scared. And he's like around, like swinging his sword and all that stuff, like having the time of his life, slaughtering people.
Gosh.
But yeah, so it's like supposed to be like most things that I have encountered. It's like just like you said, it's like freeing. It's supposed to be liberating, and it's very shackling in this story. And like in a lot of ways, like in a practical sense, like it kind of would be a very crippling thing. Like there is benefits, some benefits.
Sure.
But the problem is when you become paralyzed with anticipation.
Sure.
It's like, when's it gonna be? When's it gonna happen? Is it is it now?
If you don't have enough information, The crux of it was their devotion, right? If they just had future knowledge without the devotion, it could have been different. But greed selfishly held them down and kept them pinned with their future knowledge, right? It was the selfishness of greed, which is like hilarious, right? That really made this whole thing as bad as it is, excuse me. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Awful.
Because it wasn't even necessarily even their future. It was like the future she wanted to bring about.
Yeah. It was because of her, exactly. Like telling that person, she's like, oh, wait for this person. You know, that's the future she wanted to see. She wanted to see what would happen, right?
Yeah.
It was so freaking greedy and selfish of her. Just awful. Total disregard for people who were supposed to be her friends. Just utterly
people who cared
depraved
so much for her,
that literally devoted their entire existence to her and everything, and sacrificed everything around them for her. Truly a witch. Truly a terrible witch.
100%.
So, yeah.
What do you think is going on with the crystal and Ryuzu?
That's a really I want to assume that she just disappeared, but like it felt very anticlimactic if that was the case. I don't know if they teleported her somewhere or what, but
that would make the most sense to me, that she teleported somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like it I mean, it's possible, but it wouldn't make as much sense that she just undid the crystal stuff and she's gone, and the crystal,
I feel like if she was going to disappear permanently, it would have been more dramatic. It would have been more.
Well, they did have the other one, the one in the black dress or whatever. She was like shaking and crying.
Yeah, she was trying to stop them from doing that. But all the other white ones, because remember, she was the kind of defective-ish one that kind of broke off from the mental hive
okay.
mind-ish kind of thing that they got
Sure.
going on, right? So the white ones were stopping the black one from getting
From
there,
stopping it.
and then the oldest
Yeah.
white one was the one who did whatever role she had to play,
Okay.
right? And the
Okay.
white one was just like, no, we can't. This is so sad. Let's not do this, right? But they were just like, no, we got to do it. That's the order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope like we learn a little bit more about what's happening here in this next one, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well,
the last episode.
Last season finale. I'm really curious to see if they take out the rabbits.
I think they will. I think for the
think
finale,
so?
defeating the rabbit will be the frickin' thing.
It'd be fitting. Be fitting.
Yeah.
Dang, then there'll be only the snake left, bro. Subaru's 2 for 2 against
Yeah,
these
right. Holy
friggin'
frick.
fiends. Okay, all right.
All right. Well,
I'm excited.
let's do it.
One more. Let's do it.
There's a frick ton of rabbits.
Yeah. Oh,
Bro.
jeez.
Get in the shelter or something.
Yeah.
Ugh. No, just
Dude.
PTSD, bro.
I would be scared hearing that noise, dude. Oh.
No one could be more scared of this than Subaru, bro. Oh. It's the purple ones. Okay, nice.
Oh.
That's
Dude,
so
that is sick.
Oh, yeah.
No way, he's gonna do it?
I
Dude.
guess. Because they're the same type, right?
Oh, you're right.
That's amazing.
Oh, she's teleporting them like from side to side. Oh, jeez.
True. Oh, he's carrying her? Oh my gosh.
Oh, bro, the courage he's got to have, dude.
Bro, he's got a lot of mana.
Yeah, what the heck?
She's gonna crush them? Oh,
They're trapped.
interesting.
Oh,
She's lifting
she's
it
raising them up.
up. Shamak.
Oh.
Al Shamak. Oh!
They're gonna eat each other.
Oh!
Oh! What a fitting end to them, dude. Oh!
Oh!
No way! That's amazing, dude.
So is this like an isolated space? So is the space that the library occupied the same kind of space, like the same space that they now occupy?
She said like, kind of like the library.
So are they two different isolated spaces?
Yeah, two
So
different
could she make a
isolated-
third isolated space, or is like because the library's now kind of gone, she made a new isolated space, and she can only have one isolated
One
space
at a
at a
time?
time, right? So I'm wondering, like, is like she
That's a
occupying
good
her
question.
isolated space with this now, and so she's got this crazy freaking endlessly killing itself rabbit pet in an isolated space? Or
Jeez.
could she now make another one and theoretically at some point in the future it becomes a plot point where she's just like, lol, we have this freaking rabbit now, let's go, and she like throws it at someone, right? Like what if she uses it on like gluttony or something? Or
Yeah,
uses it
yeah.
on melancholy or something, right?
I feel like it's both, all of the above. A, she could make more, and then B, she could potentially pull this out, right? Because like the library, she had control over it. Not like, I don't know if she could undo the isolated space around it, or if she just simply never wanted to.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, but I
sure
feel
this will
like she
come
has-
up at some point.
Sure, yeah, because they're not dead. They're not
Right.
gone. They're
Right.
just, they've been taken out.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
What's Roswaal gonna say about this, man? They overcame everything, even
Everything
Roswaal
he threw at them.
himself.
Yep. She just pokes him in the cheek.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Here we are, dude.
It is her, okay.
スバル君は君のその人になれたのかな。
スバルは点でふさわしくないかしら。それでいいのよ。
She made a choice despite that. Yep.
スバルをベティの一番にしたいから金色を出てきたかしら。
Hmm.
Her choice. Yep.
True.
Exactly.
いくつになっても君は変わらないね。あの頃のままだ。本当に私と君は言葉を交わし足りないね。先生のおそばにあれた時からず。
This confirms that it is actually the same Roswaal the whole fucking time right here. I think she's learning this for the
Yeah.
first time.
I think so too. So
That's
he
why
must have found a way to like the de-age then. It's not necessarily clones. It's
Maybe. Whatever it
De-aging?
is. Yeah.
先生ってロズワール
Yep. She's just learning this. This is crazy.
僕はロズワールだ。ベアトリス。
He's
The
been
one
here
and
the whole
only.
time.
魂の転写。お母さん
soul transcription. Oh.
魂との親和性の高い器を用意してやればいい。
Children?
No. His own kids?
人でなしと罵るかい。
No, this is what she wanted. She wanted a forever friend.
かしら。歯を食いしばるのよ。
Oh,
Dude.
yeah, this is what she's wanted the whole time.
おかえりなさい。
Dang.
Wow, what a thing to say.
ただいま。
Welcome back.
ベアトリス。
So what did he do?
I don't know what he did. Yeah, I don't know. He figured it out though.
Are they gonna show the face finally?
Oh,
no!
that's what I
Dang
thought
it, dude.
too. Oh, they did.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, she is different.
Yeah, she does look different. You're right. The nose, maybe?
Yeah,
She's
she's a little bit different.
a little different. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
crazy. We're on the other side. Holy frick.
大丈夫だろう。
Yeah.
この石でもパックを目覚めさせるよりしろには足りなくて。
でもいつかは絶対に呼び戻す。でしょ。
Future plot device. Oh,
ところでスバル。あのね、
Blushing so hard,
す
dude.
ごい勢いで顔赤くなってるけど、大丈夫？
大丈夫。全然平気です。
Oki.
それよりその大事なお話があります。あのね、スバルがその私のこと好きだって言ってくれたでしょ。すごく嬉しいんだけど、でもだからやっぱりちゃんと話しておかなきゃ。
They're so like awkward, dude.
私のお腹の赤ちゃんの話。
What?
パードン？
Is this a joke? What?
what?
It's a joke. There's no way.
What?
I don't know. Let's just keep going. I don't understand what's happening.
What?
男の子か女の子かわからない。
What?
No. Unless like elves reproduce from like kissing or something. There's no way, dude. Like it's some like weird
Oh,
magic.
frick. That's what it is. She thinks that kissing gets you pregnant. This is such a common misconception for kids in
Oh.
Japan, for young people in Japan.
Oh,
I was
my
literally talking to
gosh,
someone
dude.
just recently that said when they were like 18, 19 or in high school around that age, they thought that
What?
if they just kissed a boy, it would get them pregnant.
Jeez,
Oh my
okay.
gosh,
What a
Emilia
misconception
is-
to have.
Amelia's so freaking sheltered. She has no idea, bro. Oh my gosh.
エミリアさん、待って待って、ほんとすごい待って。赤ちゃんって赤子のことだよね。
生まれてくる赤ちゃんは悪くないし
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
エミリア
No wonder she's so
赤
embarrassed.
ちゃんは鳥が運んできたり、キャベツ畑で収穫したりしないよ。
男の人と女の人がチューしたら
Ah, that's what it is. Okay.
ラムゼパッカ。
Oh, Puck told her?
that?
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
He deserved it.
A deserved punch? Yes, I was gonna
That's
say.
hilarious. Puck, being the father, told freaking Emilia, like
Oh
any
my
Japanese father
gosh,
would
dude.
probably tell his daughter, if you kiss a boy, it's gonna make a baby. You better not do that. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's amazing that I had this conversation recently, but it's also amazing that people genuinely believe that. Like they genuinely
That's
think that that's the
crazy.
case. That's
Like I can
crazy.
see a child. I can't imagine an 18, 19-year-old still thinking that.
The
dude.
kids
Like-
in Japan are very sheltered in a way. I'm sure many of them
Okay.
don't believe that, but I'm sure there are some that absolutely do. So you never know. Anyways, I'm going to enjoy this Roswaal punch now. This is going to be great.
Yes, yep, yep.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's Garf. Let's go.
Oh,
Oh, they're all taking turns, dude.
一通りのけじめも行ったというわけで。
she's sitting on his lap?
おしたいと思います。
ロズワール様は何一つ謝らない方だな
Oh, come on. Come on, Ram.
全く物好きな娘なのよ
True.
Yes.
それは無用な心配だよ。
てめえの
Okay.
家族にかけらでも信用があると思う。
True.
ないだろうね。目に見える形でそれを証明しよう。
Oh.
Oh,
What?
what is that?
Frick?
これ
That is Solus transfer?
かしら契約と制約それに盟約があるのよ
Contract, oath, or covenant. They're different things, huh?
そして
Oh.
この誓いに背けば、私の魂は汚れ、肉体は豪華に包まれて消失する。
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
君が私にそうした勝負を持ちかけたんじゃないかね。
Kinda,
そ
but
のための呪印だ。
Yeah, so he took him up on
知
it.
ってたら
この呪印は君に刻まれて、誓いに逆らうと燃え尽きる灰になっていく。
Oh.
けど
もう決してこの場にいる誰かを犠牲にし、その上
Anyone here?
成し遂げようなどとは
Hey, you will somebody else.
yeah, right.
だから私は絶対に許さない許さないだけです
But she'll still work for him. Fair enough. That's kind of what I'd land on to myself. I don't think I could ever like forgive him, but like Subaru said, it's from a
Yeah, what are you
practical
gonna do?
perspective. Yeah, you need his strength, but
Yeah.
yeah.
あと誰か何かあるか。
はい
OK エミリアタン。この際だから何でも言ってやって。
じゃあお言葉に甘えて
Freaking Subaru,
言わせ
dude.
てもらうけどロズワールはまだ一番大事なことを
Said is freaking sorry.
それをしないでこの話し合いを終わらせるなんてしちゃダメよ
一番大事なこと
悪いことをし
Yes.
Yeah,
ごめん
you
なさい
called
って
it.
しなきゃダメじゃない
Yes.
さっきからみんな
I feel like we need to pull out the freaking JD Vance meme and be like, have you even said that you're sorry? It's exactly what I feel like. She's like, freaking, have you even said that you're sorry? Come on now.
してロズワールも先生に誓いますなんて言ってたけどそれより先に
Yeah.
言わなくち
Yeah,
ゃ
That's
you gotta
right.
apologize first.
100%.
謝れよロズワール。これからも一緒にやってこってんなら人としてそれが当たり前のことだ。
Get on your freaking knees, bro.
ごめんなさい。
それでいい
Dang.
Well, I'd expect more.
Emilia's better than me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not enough. But again,
Nah. Get on your
You need
freaking
'em,
hands
so what
and
can you do?
knees, bro.
メイザース家の分家にあたるし、当主のアンネローゼもエミリア様にぞっこんだ。
Oh, she's so adorable.
え
君はこの先も 傷つき続けることになるだろう。
What does that mean?
その失ったものを取り返すために見えない傷を増やし続ける。
Oh, frick.
誰かが失う
Dude, he knows. That's right.
ためらいなく
これより騎士女君の儀式を始めますわ。夏木スバル、前へ。
They gonna knight him?
おめでとう。
Yeah, looks like it.
魔女の弟子から称賛を。君の勝ちだ。今日。
For today. The man is competitive to a fault. Holy frick.
この時より、この身を守ってくれること。
If anyone has the
Dang.
will to do that, man, it's freaking Subaru.
That's right.
星々に、精霊に、世界に、誇りに。そして
Oh,
Oh.
母に。俺は君を守る。君の願いを
interesting reaction from her part.
Yeah.
Listening him talk about his mom and dad.
I wonder if he added that.
エミリア。
Maybe.
今更だけどエミリアタンのその格好。可愛いね。
I'm glad someone said it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
エミリアタンか。天使か妖精のお迎えが来たのかと思った。
また変なこと言って。もしかして、酔ってるの？
今は雰囲気と自分に酔ってるとこ。
ほら、やっぱり酔ってるんだ。
奇遇だね。俺もエミリアタンに聞きたい話がいっぱいあるんだ。
Hmm. Oh.
じゃ、約束。
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
約束破りの常習犯な俺だが、夜にエミリアタンの部屋に呼ばれて、その約束を破るという選択肢があるだろうかいやない。
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, dude.
わかんない。本当にスバルに頼っていいの？
さっき俺が何を誓ったと思ってるの？
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
he doesn't mind at all.
なんだろうね。
Otto?
同じものを見ていいなって思えるのが嬉しいのかも。
Yeah, he can't drink.
She's
He's too
taking the
young.
wine.
私もスバル、きっとこれが私の理想の光景だわ。
Things are going a little too well right now. Let's hope it stays that way, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe it's all right.
Maybe it
actually.
will. It'll end with
they're
them dancing.
dancing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He jumps. Subaru is a real
Little hop.
character.
Yeah.
I wonder, I had a thought. We don't know exactly what the nature of his body swapping stuff is, but I had a thought. If he really does transfer his soul to another body, does that freaking seal contract curse thing go with him, or does that stay with his body?
I think it'd go with him. But
You would
it's a
think
good question.
it's pretty intense, but
Yeah.
I mean, it
Feels
would
like
certainly.
it's not tied just to the physical body. It's like tied
Right.
to the soul as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. I
don't know.
freaking wonder. I feel like these people are gonna be relevant next season.
Yeah. At least the two blue-haired people.
Yeah. Dang, no cliffhanger? That's crazy.
No, I know. I was expecting one. I was bracing the whole time at the end
Yeah.
there for one, but nothing came.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
That's it. That's all. Let's
That's
go.
it. Let's freaking go. A great freaking ending. What a unexpectedly not mild
Wholesome
but
and-
uneventful finale.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. I thought for sure we'd get some kind of insane cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Yeah, I was bracing for it, but no. Okay. I like this though. We don't have to friggin'
Yeah.
agonize.
Agonize.
Those cliffhangers can get mean, man. They
Bro,
can
they're
get mean.
brutal,
So.
dude. Holy frick. Wow, very good. Right off the bat, George, how do you feel if you could pick one, season 1 or 2, what do you think was better?
That's a tough question. Maybe season 1.
Why was season 1 better, do you think?
I am a fan of the moment in time when the character is still getting their footing. And that was like I mean, he's still getting his footing even now, but he is much more competent in everything. Character-wise, season 1, and it was also just so impressive how Subaru just kept going against insurmountable odds. He did that this time as well, but he just kept going and going and going. And it also feels like season 1 took place in multiple places. We were in the sanctuary pretty much the entire season in season 2.
Yeah.
That said, season 2 has some fantastic moments. Like whole Pandora stuff, freaking learning out about her, learning about all the other witches and everything. So
it's hard. It's hard to decide. I do agree. Go ahead.
I was going to say, from like character perspective, I guess I'd have to go with season 1. From a mystery perspective, maybe season 2. I think that's how I'd have to divide it.
I think they're both really good, but I generally I feel like if we look at season 1, like what happened in season 1, like he got to the world, he met a bunch of characters, they battled Elsa, they went to the mansion, things at the mansion happened, then they went to the capital, then they fought the whale, they also fought Emilia fought with Subaru. The whale stuff happened. The stuff with the cult happened. There were these interesting reveals about like the stuff relating around to the cult, with like Subaru dying to Puck at one point. Like there were all these things.
Yeah.
So many things happened. It felt like
the
in
ending
season
of the world.
1. And it was the same episode count. Whereas like we had 25 episodes of just one location. There was a lot of interesting things that happened. It was really cool, but like, could this not have been half the episode count at most? And then the second half been like the next arc or whatever? Because I feel like we had like 25-ish episodes in season 1 of like a whole bunch of like arcs that worked really well from a pacing perspective. And I don't necessarily think that the pacing of the Sanctuary was poor. It's just in retrospect, when you look back, you're just like, wow, it took all that time to do all of this. Like, but I mean, and the funny thing about saying that is there's a bunch of cut content even still. Right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, maybe, like, could you condense it? Like, sure. But at that point, you'd just be cutting a lot more, because I don't feel like there was a single episode that was a dud.
Right.
In this season.
Right.
It was every single episode had something of consequence happen. I think it just goes to show how difficult the challenges were in this season for him to overcome, that it took this long to overcome that. And like, granted, it was like two insane things, breaking the barrier and saving the mansion.
Right.
I mean, like, we have Roswaal on our side now. It's like, it's such an interesting thing because only in this show can he be absolved in a way of the horrendous things he's done, because they like actually didn't happen at the end of the day. About,
like, killing Ram?
Like killing Ram, freaking destroying all the villagers and the sanctuary with the rabbits, setting people onto the mansion. Like, there were timelines where literally, like, the whole everybody in the sanctuary was dead. How many people is that? Like 50, right? More? 100? Who knows how many people are there? So hundreds, maybe even more. So he killed like all those people, like through the rabbits. Like, it wasn't him directly, but pretty much.
Sure.
But like, you're in a situation where you can be like, but they're still
didn't happen, technically.
Didn't happen, right? So it's like, I don't know. It's just like it leaves me with a weird feeling of like, in any other show or in any other situation, he would be irredeemable in my eyes. He would have done just atrocities that are just beyond the pale to the 10th degree. Yet, because they never actually, at the end of the day, materialized.
Right.
It's like one of those things like, all
It was
right,
only
I guess you're on your
attempted
team
murder.
now.
It wasn't actually
Yeah.
murder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and like, so Subaru's a better man than I because
Yeah,
like,
because Subaru knows that those things happened.
yeah, everybody else doesn't. They know
Yeah.
that like he tried and everything, but like, all's well that ends well. I guess you could make an argument for that. But from Subaru's perspective, he's like, no, he saw the whole sanctuary empty, and then he suffered firsthand multiple times what those people must have felt in during their last moments, right? The fear, the panic, the pain, as they're being,
dying to the
freaking
rabbits
eaten alive
twice.
And then he's like, he looks beyond that, and he's like, no, but we need his help. We need his strength. Like if we want Emilia to achieve her thing. That's why like Emilia's saying like, he still hasn't done the most important thing, which is say sorry. And it's like, he says, I'm sorry. And he bows. And it's like, bro, really? That's it? All right.
We felt, because like, that's true. Like if he had sent assassins, if we had only seen the last timeline, it's like, yeah, he tried to send assassins, but we fricked him up. So, frick him, but at least his plans frickin' fail. Like, I guess we can forgive him.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, they literally died multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're right. It is kind of a weird, like, he killed them, but they're still alive. So they're not really dead, but he still killed them. So I'm conflicted on how to feel.
Yes,
but
exactly.
that sorry doesn't feel like enough for what he's not done. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, when Garth was like, arguing with her, and she's like, but I'm still here, right? My thought was like, yeah, this timeline.
This time, yeah.
Yeah, this time. There were many times where you weren't. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a very interesting dynamic that the show's able to introduce.
Right.
And then they just have like him, joking around with Subaru and like him saying like, my one desire is to get back to my master. Okay, dude, like, all right, you just like freaking killed a bunch of people. All right, you shouldn't even be saying anything. That's like what my reaction the whole time to that. But like
how about you just sit the frick down, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like sit the frick down. Be glad you're like not in prison right now for the rest of your life.
True.
But it's just like okay, what can you do? Like, you could try him for attempted, assassination attempts and stuff like
maybe.
that. But it's like, but it just, I don't know. It's just an interesting dynamic. Very, very.
They don't really have a choice but to accept him, and so it is what it is. Yeah, they need him, and there's no easy way to like get justice. So no justice. No,
and like
justice.
Ram was even saying like, don't tell me who to love, and it's like, bro, you love a mass murder. Okay, like what are you even talking about, Ram? But in her eyes, it's like, again, in her eyes, it's just like, but it's fine, nothing happened.
Okay, but hold on. For Ram specifically, we know that it was his decision that caused the destruction of his village.
Yeah.
Right. So that is the kind of like.
So Ram is just. She's just out of it. She's just insane, dude.
Yeah. Like, that seems a little wild. Yeah. I mean, I guess you don't choose necessarily who you fall in love with to some degree.
Yes. Yeah. And like, she did initially hate him.
Yeah. True.
And then like.
So what you were saying, remember last time you're like, is this Stockholm syndrome or like organic? Like. Where's the line there exactly?
I don't know. Ram's an oddball.
She is definitely super odd. That's for sure. Yeah, I wonder if, I wonder if she'll change at all when Rem comes back and all the memories of her come back into the world. And then that caused me to think, what exactly happens in that interim period where she didn't exist? Like, let's say Ram has a fundamental personality shift when Rem goes away. And then from that point that she's gone to the point she's returned, does Ram go back to her old self, but with the experience that she had being not her old self, and then that somehow now like gets pushed forward, combines into how she is now. So she's experienced both a history of not acting the way she should, and now she is hit in the face with this like past that causes her to act differently in the way that she should have been acting. So like, how did the frick does that work?
I suspect she'll become like a merger of the two. So like, let's just say with Rem alive, and I don't really necessarily think the discrepancy is this wide. It's just for illustration purposes. But with Rem alive, her personality and like everything, goes this direction. But with her gone, it ends up now going this direction. When Rem comes back, they'll just like, boop, she'll like become a mixture of the two, of the person she's become now. And then like the influence of Rem will like pull her, in that other direction, but she won't just like go from like here all the way to here just as soon as Ram's back. I think she's going to be a combination of the person she is now plus whatever having Rem back does for her. So yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird scenario. Very strange.
It is. And I'm surprised. Like I am and I'm not that Rem still isn't back. You think we'll get her back in season 3?
I don't know. At this point, I'm not entirely sure if they just keep her fucking asleep for like forever. And this becomes like an end game thing. But like, she just seems like such a central and core character to leave out of the game for so long. So I don't know.
And we still don't know what the purpose of the sanctuary was. We don't know. I swear Echidna said something like in episode 23 or something about like, didn't the witches ask her like, what are you going to do next? And she's like, something I've been planning for a while or something like that.
Yeah, she had more plans within plans and then it never materialized into anything. Yeah.
So I guess it's going to be like season 3 stuff.
Maybe. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Well, now that you've seen Vinland Saga Season 2 and ReZero Season 2, and they both finished just recently, and you said that Vinland Saga is like in a running for your favorite anime of all time, George, how do you feel like this has measured up?
Oh, I mean, I've loved ReZero, but Vinland Saga all the way, baby.
Dang. Okay.
I just resonate with everything that show is doing in such a strong way. So
fair
don't
enough.
hate me for this. I'm not saying I dislike ReZero, but Vinland Saga all the way for me, dude. For what I want out of the show, that's like, that was it, dude. And I'll stop myself here. We'll talk about it at some point.
Yeah.
We'll do a review or whatever, because that was just such a good
end of the year live
season.
stream again, where we rank the shows that we watched that year. So
yes,
not too far away. We're halfway through the year, which is bizarre, but here we are.
True. Already.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Time flies, bro.
Yeah, I almost got a little surprised there myself. I was like, oh, frick, we're halfway done. Okay.
It feels like we're just starting spring, but no, dude, we're already. Dang.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
so
it is.
coming sooner than you expect, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think season 2 was really good. I really liked season 2. There were moments that I doubted season 2, and I'm not going to say like they turned it around completely, because there are still things that I didn't love about season 2, like the whole thing being about the sanctuary seemed long. I feel like, cutting it down more would have been bad for sure, but maybe you could have taken some of that lore stuff and sprinkled it elsewhere, right? Just like, okay, cut the sanctuary down to 12 episodes, take some of the lore stuff that was revealed that you don't want to cut, and just like sprinkle it in season 3 or into the second half of season 2 that covers some other things that are happening, right? And I don't know, like maybe they just have too much lore stuff in the next stuff that they don't have room for.
It's a dense story, dude.
Yeah, it's very dense.
Dense story.
Yeah. So
some of the lore stuff, like it's hard. I'm not saying it could have been done, because like it certainly could have probably, but it's stuff with that is hard because if you start cutting off too much,
right,
then you start withholding certain answers because you're like,
Yes.
we can't tell them this yet because they don't know
Right.
like the proper context and all that stuff. And then it starts to feel just bad because then it's just
Right.
like generates questions and questions. That's one thing. Like season 1 had a lot of questions. I feel like season 2 gave us 3 times or at least double the number of questions.
Yeah.
Than
There's a lot.
You know, in season 1, there's so much, dude.
Yeah, there's a
so
lot.
much lore. Holy crap! How the author keeps it all straight,
It's crazy, bro.
Bravo to you, man.
It reminds me of Ichiro Oda, the guy who writes the mangaka for One Piece. He said that
okay.
he just has so many characters, and the show's been running for so long that sometimes he'll go to the wiki pages to read up on characters to remind himself of like who they are and their connections and all the information that he needs about the character. Yeah, which is crazy.
Dang.
Like sometimes there's just too much information for you to keep and retain, and so
I wonder if this author does the same thing.
Yeah, I
goes
wonder.
back to the wiki. Yeah, because there's so much, dude. Like,
yeah,
and it's like obviously the anime delivers things differently than like the light novels would and stuff like that. But it's almost like, how do you even, not only do you have all the information that you have to remember, you also have to keep track what you revealed and what you haven't.
Revealed. I was literally just thinking about that. I was like, how do you, because I was like, oh, you could go back and like read through it. But then it's like, it starts like mixing in your brain of like what you know and what the audience knows and how to fucking, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how you would possibly keep up with any of that.
Yeah,
it's too much
impressive.
for me. Yeah. Yeah,
Dang.
well, very good. It was very, very good. Some incredibly strong episodes in here. There was never a dull episode. I want to say it was always interesting. It was just the fact that it was about the sanctuary that was the lowest point for me. And even then, it wasn't bad. It was just like, okay, fine. But yeah, overall, I'd say it was a fantastic freaking season. Awesome. And
Same.
This was the bad season. So
yeah, I've heard that in the comments that like this is the bad one. It's like, bro, if this is bad, okay.
Oh boy, yeah, season 3.
What's season 3 gonna be like, dude?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm very excited for that. So
yeah, same.
Whew.
Okay.
Well, we have to get to some break times, but before we do, actually, we're going to look at a little bit of cut content, just a tiny bit, one that we actually missed. But we're not going to look at the last bit of cut content because if you're watching this is kind of a unique scenario. Usually it's on the YouTube public release, but this time, if you're watching this on the 2 weeks ahead, meaning that the people on YouTube are seeing this very late compared to when other people are seeing it, this weekend is going to be our ReZero season finale-ish stream. Like we've already watched it, but we're going to stream and we're going to look at that cut content live on stream. Now, there's some other information that we might be looking at. We haven't decided what we're going to do. There's still a little bit of time according to our schedule before that stream. But just to reiterate, if you're watching 2 weeks ahead, this weekend, it's Tuesday now. Soon will be the Friday, Saturday, depending on what the scheduling is for your time zone.
For those of you in North America, it will be Friday evening, Friday night.
Perfect.
Yes.
And for anyone in the Asian persuasion continent, it's going to be, no, I guess it's not continent, but area. It's going to be Saturday morning. So we're going to be doing a ReZero stream to celebrate the finale, to look at the lost or the cut content, and then talking about some other stuff, questions you can ask, getting hype for season 3, stuff like that. It's going to be a fun time. We had a really, really good time last stream, so we're really looking forward to doing
Part
another.
of the motivation why we want to do another one, actually.
That's right.
And in the future, we've discussed this a little bit. I don't want to give too much away because we're still in the decision phase, but we want to start introducing, semi-regular streams just for everything as a whole. We got to work out the details and all that stuff, but they won't be, it's not going to be like every week, maybe not even every month, but more regularly than the sporadic streams. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. So we're going to check out some break times, or then we're going to read the cut content we missed, and that'll be it. So let's get to those break times, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
エルザのバカさん、 私の方が先に死んじゃうはずだったのにね。エル
Oh, she really did die.
として死なないの？
Look at that cut.
いきなりでもないでしょ。お腹にそんなに太い槍が刺さってたのね。
Jeez, dude.
なのに全然平気そうに見えるし。ほんと、私ってエルザのことあまり知らないのよね。
別に隠すようなことじゃないし、聞いてくれれば答えるのだけれど。
それじゃあ聞くけど、どうしてお腹の傷そんなすぐに塞がるのかしら？
Yeah, look at that,
不
dude.
自然よ。
そうね。
Hmm.
これが普通じゃないことは認めるわ。これは呪いの結果だから。
A curse.
そう。この呪いをかけられた人間は死ぬことができなくなるの。
Oh, no way. She's not
でも
dead.
ね、この呪いは普通自我をなくしてしまうものなの。 私を作った男は呪術に長けていたのね。
We
私は
spared
自我を保った
her?
ままでいられたわ。
Allegedly keeping her sanity intact?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. She's not very sane.
死ねないの。
エルザ、
uh,
エルザは死にたいと思ってるの？
どうして？
どうしてってそんな感じの口ぶりだったわよ。
そう？誤解させてしまったようだけれど、私は死にたいと思ったことはないわ。私にはこの体がいろいろと都合がいいの。
this body.
ストイックとナイフの香りの中に私は生きる実感を
Jeez,
得られる。
Jeez. Even her own.
Yeah, her.
それを確かめられる機会が
Many opportunities to confirm that? Ugh.
私はこの体に満足しているわ。だからそんなに
Huh.
心配そうな
What a
顔をし
weird way to refer to herself and her body.
私が？
Yeah.
私が死にたいなんて望んでいたらどうしようって寂しくなったんでしょ。あなたは本当に寂しがりだものね。
バカなこと言わないでよね。ほんとちゃんとしてよね。死ねない体のエルザより私の方がいつかきっと先に死んじゃうんだから。
さあどうかしらね。
Hmm.
虎のお兄さん、もういいわ。
She's lying to him.
満足できたから。
いいのかよ。
いいわよ。
別によ、俺様は気にしやしねえんだわよ。鍛えとけよ。泣いても誰も文句は言わねえさ。
そんなこと。
Bro, this girl needs to go to prison or something. Dude, so this means she's not dead. Right?
I mean, kind of, yeah. Like, so if she's crushed to a paste, but then that thing that's crushing her has moved, it was the hippo, she should, in theory, regenerate. But is it only wounds? But no, she said die. It's not just wounds.
Yeah, she said
It's
she
like
can't
won't
die. Yeah, like it implies that she'll never, like, maybe she'll age and not die, but almost to the point where, like, no, she won't even like age. Really,
Right.
Like whatever age the curse was applied to her, that's the age she'll be forever.
Even Beatrice turned her into purple crystal completely. Like her whole body was
Yeah.
purple crystal.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
she
then
still
nothing.
recovered from that.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't understand how crushing her with something could possibly make her,
Yeah, I think she's not dead. I think she's still alive.
like, unless there was something with the biting her neck, whatever it happened to be, that, like, turned off the immortality, right?
Undid the curse. Ah.
Right. So, like, unless there was something like that, then okay. But, like, she completely freaking got deleted into purple crystal and then recovered from that. So I don't see a reason why
Yeah.
she couldn't regenerate.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but there was something that was odd there. So,
You're right.
I don't know.
You're right.
yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but yeah.
It could have also been. Well, I guess no. I was gonna say it could have been Breaktime, but we didn't see like a splattered body. But no, everything's just been burnt and like
Yeah.
fallen in on itself. So there's no way we could have seen that either.
She got splatted and then burned. So, like, is every particle of her been burned away and she actually did die for realsies? Is that her weakness, fire? Like, Does every
I don't
particle
think
of her
so.
have to be like totally eradicated for her to die, and that's the only way to do it is fire? Like, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, like we saw the effect that the purple crystal has on the rabbits, and they're just like they just shatter.
They turn
away,
to full
and
crystal, and they shatter.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, she comes back from that. She can come back from being burnt. She can come back.
I don't
from
see why not.
being splattered.
Yeah.
The only thing, like you said, I forgot that he bit her neck, and then she didn't immediately heal.
Yeah, and then she like touched the blood and she looked at it.
Yeah, she's
like
like
there was
surprised.
some kind of recognition that she had about something.
Like I wonder if there's something that like demi-humans have like in their blood or something.
Possibly.
Right? Because it's them who couldn't exit the sanctuary.
Yeah.
Right? Like what is it about them?
Maybe demi-humans
like-
shut off immortality, and that's what makes them so dangerous. But I mean, that's a huge logical stretch. Like, there's no kind of basis for that.
Yeah,
Doesn't make
I'm
sense.
almost thinking like a little bit more baser than that. Like, what is it about a demi-human that allows them to, or that prevents them from exiting the barrier in the sanctuary? Right? Like,
It's
is
just
it
the way the barrier's modified to stop a certain blood type, I guess.
I guess that could
Right.
be it. Yeah, the barrier's modified for that specifically.
Right.
Seems like a very specific thing, though.
Well, it was. All right. We just don't understand why it
Yeah.
was made that way, but yeah, it was very specific.
Yeah.
All right, we got one
yeah,
more.
there could be. Okay, let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
リゼロから始めるブレイクタイム音日記夏希さんは
ここにいたのかや。
エミリア様より騎士の叙勲を
おう、兄ちゃん。
いただけることになりました。
あ
つきましては僕もその
Oh my gosh.
って殴るんですか
They love hitting each other.
いつまでもぼーっとしてっからだろうが。
それにしても殴ることないでしょう。
声はかけってたぜ。まるっきり反応しねえのが悪い。
まったくそれにしても
姉様フレデリカ姉様
どうしましたの？
いいえフレデリカ姉様が二人をじっと見つめていらっしゃったので。
ペトラ、少しかっこ悪いことを言っても構いませんかしら。
フレデリカ姉様がかっこ悪いことなんてありません。どうぞ言ってください。
ありがとう、ペトラ。あの子、ガーフィールが幼い時に生き別れた私の弟ということは先ほど話しましたね。
はい。
弟が信頼できる友人と出会えたことも、あのような笑顔を見られることも、姉として嬉しく思っています。
Otto's not into it though.
弟と話したいことがたくさんあるのです。あの後、どのように生きてきたのか、なぜここに来てくれたのか。
姉様。
なので、あのように弟ととても親しげなオットー様に少し嫉妬。
Dang, she's like estranged from her brother a little bit, which makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh,
ペトラ
She's just gonna go do it.
oh,
ペトラちゃん
Jeez,
dude,
dude.
the punching
Poor
bag
Otto.
of the series here.
この辺りでつまずくような場所ありましたか？しかも肩からぶつかってましたよね。
ってなっちゃったんです。すいません、おっとっとさん。
もう名前が
Oh my gosh, dude.
国を入れる気にもなりませんよ。
またつまずきそう。おっとっとっとっと。
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, dude.
友達ですわね。
ああ、いい仲間だ。
ガーフ、
あ
おかえりなさい。
あただいま。おーい、みんなどこにいんだ？
あ、はーい、こっちです。
早く着替えろってアンネローゼがうるせえんだよ。
わかりました。ほら、皆さんも行きましょう。
あ
Is this before the knighting? I thought it was after.
Well, it seems like it's evening. Oh no, it's definitely after.
Yeah, he was talking about it. Okay.
かけなさそうですね。
Yeah, because he was saying immediately after he was knighted, right?
Knighted. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it's either
Okay.
the next day or something. Yeah, must be.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
Okay.
no info on the status of Elsa in this
of
one.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
in the cut
okay.
content, but we'll see.
That'll have to wait for the
Have
live
to wait.
stream.
That's right.
Yes.
All right, let's cover just a little bit of cut content, and then we'll be done.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Okay, we've got two. We've got one from episode 15 and one from episode 18. Wow, this one is really long for 15. So here we go. Otto's ultimate move against Garfield was completely omitted. During Otto's fight with Garfield, Otto managed to gather the mana of all the forest inhabitants, thus being able to use the spell Aldona.
Jeez.
In ReZero, when using magic, you can make a spell more powerful by using either El, Ul, or Al. For example, you can use Dona, Eldona, Uldona, and finally Aldona. Magic using these the prefix of Al is the most powerful, while using no prefix is the weakest. I kind of got that impression when Bea was fighting the rabbits, and she used Al Shamak, I think.
Al Shamak, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there's much more. Let's see, where was I? Yes. When Otto used Aldona against Garfield, his earth magic spell summoned an extremely devastating explosion of sediment that was sent flying towards Garfield at high speeds that makes it almost impossible to dodge. The force of the attack completely decimated large boulders and large trees and destroyed the area around. But because Otto's opponent was Garfield possessed the divine protection. Oh, and Garfield possessed the divine protection of earth spirits. As long as his feet are on the ground, he can manipulate the ground beneath him freely. This makes him the worst opponent to use earth magic on. Thus, the spell, this ultimate spell that took a lot out of Otto was completely nullified by Garfield. Holy frick!
Dang, dude, these divine protections can get pretty insane.
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy, bro. What the frick? So yeah, Otto can pull together some insane. So you could pool mana from other people. Then it sounds like that's what Otto did.
He was able to pull it from the inhabitants of the forest. So
I wonder if Subaru was borrowing mana from Betty when they were using the ice.
That's what it was.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you even said it like, man, he's got so much mana. I was like,
I was like, he doesn't normally have this much mana. Like,
I almost thought like, is this something like with the witch factor or whatever? But no.
Yeah.
I think Betty makes the most sense. He was pulling it from Betty.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has like his broken gate, so it's like, can he even use mana from his own body because his gate's busted? Or like, what does that mean? Or like the gate was always shown as like super small, but like, okay, the gate's broken. Does that mean he gets like unlimited access to his mana? He doesn't have to go through a tiny gate. Does that mean he has access to like all types of magic now instead of just the one? Because he doesn't have a little gate to work with. He can just shoot all of his magic out to fire, ice, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't know what that means, but it'll mean something.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more from 18. The witch cult is split between a moderate faction and the radical faction. It is made evident that there is a moderate faction and radical faction of the witch cult, the former led by Betelgeuse. It is later stated by one of Betelgeuse's fingers that Regulus is the head of the radical faction of the witch cult. Okay. Well,
okay, that's why they were at odds.
Yes. So they were part of the same overarching thing, but they were two very diametrically opposed factions.
Yeah.
So does that make Pandora the Pope or something?
Dude, Pandora is shrouded with so much mystery. I don't even really know what her deal is.
I don't know.
So, okay. I'm assuming he defected once he became insane to the radical faction.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
And it seems Pandora is generally indifferent to both of them, but that explains how they both knew her, because she's probably the head of the church. She might literally actually be the Pope. So...
Sure. So then, Yeah, and so then the radicals' goal, the radical factions' goal, is
to like force
revive
Emilia. Yeah, they're being like very forceful and hands-on with this whole like witch situation of reviving the witch.
Yeah,
like we need
and
the witch.
bring her back,
Whereas like the
yeah.
moderate people seem to revere the witch and worship her, but they're not like we need to revive her, we need to bring her back. They're just like no, we just need to like
Yes.
be reverent and respect the witch and take care of her descendant or her reincarnate or whatever the frick she is. You know, just be cool, okay? And then you know he oohed really freaking hard, and now he's crazy. And he's like, no, we need to bring her back.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know. Very strange.
Yeah. Good to know, though. Good to know that
Yep. It
there's
explains a
not
little
just. Yeah, exactly.
bit. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Good stuff.
this was great. A great end of the season. Very excited for what's coming next. If you're watching on YouTube, George, theoretically, you could see what's coming next.
Yeah, you can already know. We don't know right now what's gonna win. The voting is
Yeah, the voting's
time of
happening right
recording.
now. As of
Yeah,
our
as we
recording,
speak.
it's
Yep.
happening. But for no one else, even the 2 week ahead of time people, it's already finished for you guys. So you already know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
All right. Well, if you want to know, check out the Patreon and the channel membership, because then you'll be able to watch whatever we're watching already 2 weeks ahead of time, and hit that subscribe button if you want to help us out. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
see you, everybody.
Take care.